and welcome. I'm going to be playing Eiyuden Chronicle, I think it's pronounced. I don't really know. Going to be relaxing after work and playing a video game without my mind being active about any of the BS rubbish that I don't want to think about for the next 2 millennia. So with that being said, I guess let's get started. Playing from the beginning, autosave data will be created. Sure. Been walking for a while now. CJ, a young girl descended from generations of scavengers, she has come to New Nevea to complete her family's rite of passage. Rune Barrows discovered. Wealth beyond your wildest dreams awaits you in Nivara. All adventurers welcome. Based on what I heard at the inn yesterday, it shouldn't be too far now. Unless I'm lost. God, stop! Oh. You help me out, will you? What have we got here? Thieves? Bandits, they're all over the place lately. You look like you can handle yourself in a fight, though. What's that supposed to mean, a regular everyday trader? You often go around judging folk on how they look. Oh, sorry. Going after helpless traders now, are we? Clear out, girl. Ugh. And you don't even have the decency to deny it. Can't just watch a man's property get stolen, can I? Goes against my principles. Well, come on, cowards. I'll take you for all you're worth. Defeat the bandits. Combat basics. So I've heard this game is related to Suikoden, which was one of my favorites. How? I don't know. Ooh. Going pretty bad here. Uh, Retreat. Not bad at all. Better than I expected from a youngin'. Hogan's the name. You really saved my skin. I owe you one. Hogan. Never missed a trend. Hogan was quick to notice the sudden influx of adventurers to New Nevea, and even quicker to set up shop at the town's authorized trading posts. CJ, honorable scavenger at your service. Honorable scavenger? How's that work? Well, scavenging is just treasure hunting, isn't it? The only official difference between that and thieving is whether your mark is living or dead. Thieves think too highly of themselves, though. That's what my clan says anyway. The scavenger suits you better, huh? You're journeying to New Nevea for treasure, then, I take it. Sure am. What about you? Just left, picked up some trinkets, and came out here to sell them off. What about lenses? Do you have lenses? You have plenty of them, too. I even have some lucky soul finding ruined lenses down in Barrows. Yes, I gotta get down there now. That humongous lens is as good as mine. Which way to the town? Now, what kind of gentleman would I be if I didn't take you there myself? Least I can do, after all. You back again, Hogan. Wait, where's your escorts? Bolted at the first sign of bandits. Paid them good money, too. Bandits again? Tougher bunch than last time. Someone ought to do something soon. Look, we're just here to guard the checkpoint. If you got a complaint, take it up with the acting mayor. Yeah. And who's this little lady? Her name's CJ. She's a, what was it, honorable scavenger here to accept the acting mayor's generous invitation? And she's more reliable than you layabouts for sure. Another reckless adventurer willing to risk their lives, and a child at that. I'll take that as a compliment, thank you. Not a single member of my clan who's got their head screwed on. Reckless fools, every one of them. Fair enough. Acting Mayor will certainly be glad to hear that. Proceed. Back so soon? I'm quite sure I watched you leave just a little while ago. You won't believe what happened, Squash. There's so much text. My word, you at least... Well, my word, at least you are unscathed. Thanks to this young lady, no less. CJ, was it? Squash authorized appraiser. Pleasure to meet you. Authorized appraiser? Indeed, my duty is to appraise artifacts excavated from the excavated from the barrows. What for? Why, to determine their value, of course. All artifacts in the barrows are subject to an explorer tax of 30%. 30%? You haven't heard the worst of it yet. If you want in the rune barrows, you're gonna need an explorer's license from the acting mayor. And that license don't come cheap, essentially. I'm afraid so. Depression. This mayor sounds something, if you ask me. Well, what's to stop me from sneaking out the other side of the ruins anyway? Oh, I wouldn't recommend that. You get caught trying to hightail it out of here, the full bag of loot, well, you won't get very far. Mayor's hired an unsavory from the East Reach, put a stop to any thieving that might occur, so I've heard at least. I've seen many a crook dealt with in my day, but that mercenary is unnerving. I'm quite sure his presence is the only thing keeping those bandits from darkening our door. Sure. How about we go see the mayor for ourselves, huh? Even an old soul can be reasoned with, after all. Sounds like a plan. Lead the way. Right this way. The town's just ahead. Well, then, perhaps the next time we meet, you'll have handfuls of treasure for me to appraise. Until then, farewell. Oof. Here it is, a flourishing new frontier in the grip of a gold rush. Welcome to New Nevea. Not much to look at, is it? Well, I did say flourishing, didn't I? Work in progress, huh? This is a earthquake. Yeah, I can't stand earthquakes. You're fine. Wasn't even that big. Right. Anyway, earthquakes are pretty common here. Best be on your toes. Of course, it's thanks to the earthquakes that we found them barrows. Real big one about 3 months ago. So that's what happens. Well, I'd best be getting back. Gotta run a store after all, or I will eventually. Figured I'd make a buck or two setting up a trading post for venturers to trade their wares. Mosey on by once I've opened up. Wait, where can I find the mayor you were talking about? Town office in the plaza is where I suppose. Where else? Thanks, Hogan. Stay out of trouble now. Fingers crossed, Missy. Fingers crossed. Bye-bye. Now then, it's time to track down this money-grabbing mayor. This bustling plaza is the beating heart of Nevaeh, townsfolk's day and night. The town office sits at the center where the bulletin board can also be found whenever CJ feels like helping residents. The outskirts. I know it just got started, but I'm gonna take a second just to turn off my heat because I am starting to die. I know that's something that a lot of people might be rather upset for, but gotta turn my heat off. Okay. Darika. Excuse me, any idea where a girl might find the acting mayor I've heard so much about? How rude. I'll lighten up. Just wait. It's not you, is it? I'm Isha, the acting mayor of this town. Yes, I should very much like to know who considers me. Having taken over as an acting mayor after her father went missing, Isha is responsible for the decision to open the quarry to adventurers, and for taxing them for the privilege. Um, Hogan and Squash. Then again, perhaps their taxes are due for an increase. Sorry, guys. Be much, huh? When I've heard about the mayor, I was expecting some old fogey, not a charming young woman such as yourself. How old are you, anyway? 16, what of it? Same as me. I'm CJ. Nice to meet you. An adventurer, I presume. Never judge a book by its cover. Never judge a book by its boots, as they say. We welcome all sorts here. CJ, initials. Prefer to keep your real name secret, is that it? Enough about me. License. That's right, I came here to get an explorer's license. An explorer's license costs 1,000 bakwa, not a penny less. 100,000 bakwa? Are you mad, woman? Do I look like I've got that on me? I'm 16. Give me the children's speed like the high horse carriages in the city. Do you think me as dull-witted as that? Even your horse carriages consider anyone older than 12 capable of paying full price. You know, your horse carriages, I'll give you that. But not. We offer assistance to the financially enfeebled. Take this stamp card and collect enough stamps, and I'll issue you an explorer's license. Stamp card? The residents of New Nevaeh post odd jobs on the bulletin board frequently. Complete a task, and that resident will stamp your card for you. So I have to help out around the town, is that it? In a nutshell, yes. How many were troubled considerably by the earthquake 3 months back? Help is in great demand and short supply. Piece of cake. Don't go anywhere because I'll be back for my license before you know it. Collecting stamps, helping the townsfolk with whatever they need. Nothing to see here. Don't suppose you know anyone who needs any help around here? I sure do. Really, who? Me? Oh no. Look, I'd love to help, but if it's not going to get my card stamped, I'll have to decline. Stamp? Like the one Mayor Isha gives? I've got one, look. Whoa, even kids have them? With this stamp, adventurers will perform any and all tasks you require. So use and abuse them. That's what the mayor might have been right on the money after all. Are you an adventurer too? Yep, call me CJ. What's your name? P- Priya. Priya. So, will you help me, CJ? I certainly will. What can I do for you today, Priya? Find Yum Yum. Yum Yum ran away from home and hasn't come back. Can't be having that now, can we? Is Yum Yum your little sister, brother? My cat. She's white and fluffy and cute and cuddly. You don't need to track down a cat? So much for treasure hunting, I suppose. She's got startled by the earthquake and jumped out the window. She's a little, she's still little, so it's dangerous for her to go out by herself. If she wanders outside the wall, she could be eaten by a monster. Oh, please find her for me, CJ. Yum Yum is my most treasured friend. Treasured, you say? Well, if there's one thing I'm good at, it's finding treasure. I'll have Yum Yum back to you in no time. Oh, thank you. I'll be right here, okay? Okay. So, I guess we gotta gather information. Outlander, save your breath. This used to be a quiet little village till you showed up. Nothing but a nuisance to a lot of you. What is it that Isha Lass is thinking? No respect for tradition. English. No respect for English. Wow. Never seen an adventure like you before. If you find anything good, don't keep it all for yourself. That old bag might not see the benefit in letting you adventures in, but I do. Mining's all we've got after all, especially now that you've sealed off the barrows. What used to be a mining town without a mine, honestly? Isha might be a bit daft at times. But she's right about this. What do you mean? Greedy certainly, but daft? I didn't mean nothing by it. She's just different from the rest of us. You haven't seen a fluffy white cat being cute and cuddly around here, have you? I have. Hero's cat, right? Yum yum. Really? Where'd it go? I pulled its tail and it ran off into the woods. Why would you pull a cat's tail? Why not? Nothing to do with an outlander like you, anyway. Charming. She's only small, so she'll be gobbled up by monsters for sure. There are monsters all over the place since the mining started. There'll be no cats getting gobbled on my watch. I promised Pyrrha I'd return her treasure, and that's what I'm going to do. I appreciate the info, kid. Could have done without the attitude, though. Variety dungeons around the town, each rich with their own resources ready for you to mine. Since the earthquake, monsters have been sighted in greater and greater numbers, so proceed with caution. So, like I was saying, again, this game is supposed to be somehow related to Suikoden. I don't know. The Great Forest, a large, lush forest located just outside the border of New Nevea. While the area is rich with food, wood, and stone, the monsters which have gathered there since the earthquake have made it a dangerous place to be. A cat? No idea, sorry. Safe travel, save. Let's do a save. Okay, so we got our first save file. And I'm going to take a break here for a few moments, and I'll be right back.